Hey everyone, and welcome. So, you're running a business, you've jumped onto these big digital platforms because they promised you the moon, but now you're just getting headaches. Well, you are in exactly the right place. Today, we're going to turn all that frustration into a real, step-by-step action plan. Let's just cut right to it with this quote. I bet a lot of you are nodding along right now because it just captures that feeling perfectly, doesn't it? The dream of what digital was supposed to be feels a million miles away from the day-to-day reality.
And this slide, this just lays it all out, plain and simple. Over on the left, that's the shiny promise, right? Wider reach, more money, so easy to use. But then you look at the right side, and that's the reality for so many businesses. We're talking crazy commissions, feeling like you're just a cash cow being milked for every last drop, and falling into these money-losing traps they set up.
Okay, but look, we're not here to just sit and complain. That doesn't get us anywhere. Think of this as your new playbook, a guide filled with actual strategies to help you take back control of your business and really your own future.
All right, let's get into it. Here's our game plan. We're going to break down 5 key areas: getting a grip on your prices, marketing on your own terms, running promos that actually make you money, beating the algorithm, and finally, how to protect yourself by standing together. So first up, let's tackle strategy number 1. This is probably the biggest pain point for everyone: those fees and commissions that just seem to chip away at all your hard work and profit.
I mean, does this feel familiar? You're working around the clock, putting your all into it, just to see this massive chunk of your revenue, we're talking up to 30% sometimes, vanish into the platform's pocket. It really can feel like you're just working for them.
So, the whole point is to start taking back that control. Step 1, build your own channels. This doesn't have to be a fancy website. It can be as simple as an Instagram page, or you own that customer relationship. Step 2, recalculate your prices. You have to factor in all those platform fees. Don't just eat the cost. And step 3, and this is a big one, unite. Seriously, there is so much power when you team up with other businesses like yours.
Okay, next up, marketing. The source material calls platform ads a Jabakan Batman, a Batman trap, and it's a great way to put it. It feels like they're designed to just suck up your budget. Let's talk about a smarter approach.
What's so powerful about this slide is the mindset shift it shows. Platform ads, they make you dependent. They just suck your money for a temporary boost. But marketing for yourself, that builds a real long-term asset, like a loyal community that loves what you do. And it puts you in complete control.
So instead of just feeding the algorithm more money, start building your own marketing machine. Create content that your audience will actually find useful or interesting. Team up with micro-influencers who have a super targeted audience that's perfect for you. And for goodness sake, do a little research before you spend anything. Let's move on to our third method, which is all about promotions. Specifically, how to get out of those mandatory platform-wide sales that feel less like a marketing opportunity and more like you're being forced to lose money.
You know the drill, right? The platform shouts about a massive sale, makes you participate with a huge discount, and then they still take their usual commission on top of that already lowered price. They get all the good press, and you're the one left footing the bill. Here's the most important thing to remember. You are in charge here. You absolutely can and probably should say no to promos that don't make sense for your bottom line. Instead, create your own smart offers, things like product bundles or special discounts for loyal customers. Promos where you control all the numbers. All right, time to tackle the big one, the algorithm. That mysterious, invisible force that basically decides who sees your products and who doesn't. And it almost always seems to want you to just pay for ads. Our source calls this digital extortion, when a platform seems to hide your products from customers to sort of nudge you into buying ads. But here's the secret. The algorithm isn't magic. It's just a system. It has rules. And once you start to understand those rules, you can learn how to play the game and win. So don't just be a victim of it. You gotta be proactive. First, learn the very basics of the platform's SEO. Use good keywords in your product titles and descriptions. Second, actively ask your happy customers to leave you a positive review. That kind of social proof is pure gold. And third, use your own social media to send people directly to your product pages. And that brings us to our final method. This one is about what to do when things go really wrong. There's a dispute with a customer, maybe even fraud, and suddenly the platform that's been taking your money is nowhere to be found.
And this is such a critical point. When a platform, which again is taking a cut of every single one of your sales, turns around and says a problem isn't their problem, well, they're completely abandoning their responsibility. They're leaving you high and dry.
So here is your personal defense plan. First, document absolutely everything. Screenshot every transaction, every conversation, every complaint. Have a record. Second, don't ever be afraid to report shady or unfair practices to the proper authorities. And third, remember that power in numbers. Think about joining with other business owners to take collective action.
This quote just says it all, doesn't it? It's really the main theme of this whole discussion. At the end of the day, your greatest asset might not be your product. It might be the community of other entrepreneurs who are in the exact same boat. By yourself, it's an uphill battle. But together, you have real, undeniable power.
And really, it all boils down to this incredibly powerful question from the source material. What path are you on? Are you building a business where you are in control, a true entrepreneur calling the shots? Or are you slowly becoming a slave to a platform's ever-changing rules and fees?
The choice really is in your hands. Use these strategies, start talking to other business owners, and begin today to take back your independence. You have the playbook. Now it's time to run the plays.